you're doing...
We've taken on a lot of...
Then let's move on to the underwater part. Oh, speaking of which, you're both already... Okay. It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's...
Time to act. Body and mind.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought...
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray. I must...
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your super...
Oh, they're two of my trust...
Yes, I see. I suppose...
It's really nice to meet you, Madame d'Estray. Are you Fremine's...
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both...
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't...
Obsessed with the...
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet?
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just...
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all...
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said...
Ah, what a lovely little... Simply put, parents came up with a story. Painting water imps as scary abductors.
Infatuated? With a water imp? What a brave...
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind...
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp, so...
Thank you, little Paimon.
Oh no. Is it a very...
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say,
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota...
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son. But since the disorder is rare...
Huh?
uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can...
Then what does he see?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I...
Amazing! You're so...
But perhaps no beautiful...
How could the story...
Well, it'd be more accurate to...
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality.
Perhaps in his mind,
What? So that's what you meant by...
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doc. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite...
So Zuria's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. We'll need to chase away his loneliness.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremen...
Because we need to treat the book's story serious. But, my child...
like a stand-in...
There are some ruins on the seabed of the
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance.
Sadly, no.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making it...
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer, because he's so enamored with his dream.
Zuria.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since...
That's great news. I must thank you all. All right, everyone.
Zuria sure is a brick.
Let's...
What is it, Fremine?
If... This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? If things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope...
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, and from the cases I've seen...
What? It can get that serious?
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst-case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel it.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things.
Really?
Yeah! But after all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will only...
Well, I think it should be... But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now.
Well, maybe because I've also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy... so...
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Hey, why did you put that on?
It's just... Anyway, Penguin Town is a... And Pear?
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only...
Fremine, are you sure?
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between It might just be hidden.
Specific?
Yeah.
Really?
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments...
Really? Like,
Well, if that's in order.
Hey! Now's not the time! Remedy still has Thelxie's weapon to make.
Right. I still have to collect some tools. Thanks for all of your help.